You might not like the truth, but I'll never tell a lie. Houston, we got problems. Now, Jeff Bezos wants us to believe that he sent the first crew of female astronauts in over 60 years to space. And this is where the problems start. First of all, a crew works. Second of all, just because you buy a cute spacesuit from Fashion Nova does not make you an astronaut. No. It makes you an astronaut, or what I like to call a transonaut. A female who identifies as an astronaut but was born a basic bitch. You're like me, you had absolutely no idea that any of this was going on before this weekend. Second, you would think that if they were really going to space, we would have heard about this for months. Seeing as how real astronauts train for over a year before they can even go into space. Not these ladies though. Just needed some cute hair extensions, a washed up celebrity, and a gold digger. And this was all done in the name of female empowerment. And there is nothing more empowering than sending 6 ladies into space in a big giant dick rocket. We got a lot to unpack here, okay? And we're gonna start with this shit right here. What is this bullshit? What is this bullshit? I'll see it. We all see it, and now I feel like you're playing in our faces. We're gonna send an all-female crew up into space on one big shuttlecock. Just ejaculate them to the edge of the earth to just put the tip in. Girl, bye. Now, as I watched this live, things from the jump, from the very get-go, were completely off, and I called bullshit, starting with the takeoff. Do not play with Gen Xers, okay? We've seen every level of CGI there is, and you're not gonna convince me that this shit that we're about to watch is not animation. Bitch, a Tamagotchi got better graphics than that bullshit we just watched, okay? But I digress. Let's say you didn't see a problem with that. It looked like it was going up. It looked like a real rocket ship. Good for you. Let's go into the second part then. I like to call the performance piece.
Flynn, I got you. I got you, Flynn. Oh, the moon. You guys, I don't have to tell you. Look at the moon. Look. Okay. Look at the moon. Oh my gosh. So, whoa. That's amazing.
As somebody who attended theater school, I know a performance when I see one, and that was pure theater. First of all, they're all wearing jewelry, which I think is not allowed in space. Their hair should be standing straight up, which it's not. They brought all these little trinkets and stuff, which would seem like a safety hazard on their descent. Now, me personally, if I was up in space for the first time, the last thing I'm gonna be doing is performing for the cameras, okay? My ass is gonna be stuck to that window looking out. Yet it seems like they were more concerned with performing for you than actually taking in the experience. I want to point out, too, that in this capsule, the windows are extremely close together, which is a very important detail for later. Not to mention the fact that Lauren Sanchez is out here wearing heels in space. Fashion before function. This whole thing is giving Universal Studios. And once again, let's check out how close the windows are together. I want you guys to observe the windows and how close they are. Right? Another little nugget that I caught. Here's Lauren in her Fashion Nova and heels. Space ready. So maybe you bought into the big dick rocket shooting into space. Maybe you even bought into the performance art. But this is where things start getting really interesting in the descent. Now, normally, when you're hurling down from space, you would think that maybe you would need a pressurized suit. Maybe you would need a helmet. Maybe you would need gloves. Oh, some form of protection, seeing as how you're slamming down into the earth. Not these ladies, they're superhuman. Let's notice the velocity of the capsule as it hits the earth.
And you will see a puff of smoke when it touches down. A puff of dust. Actually, that's normal. A puff of dust lasts milliseconds. Air cushion that will kick up the dust. It's a very soft landing despite the sporty perception. There it is.
Bitch, that sounded like a broken neck. You mean to tell me that they fell from space that fucking hard? No medical crew around. Just their little cute outfits and a seatbelt. Oh, and just for reference, this is what it looks like inside of a Russian capsule, same size, with real astronauts. Yeah. These are real astronauts in the same type of capsule, descending back to Earth, landing on the ground. But now we get to the fun part, because see, this is where things went really wrong. Internet found something very interesting where Gail is supposed to be sitting. Either Gail got a lot of cocoa butter on, or That's a fucking mannequin. In case you wanted a closer look, yeah, okay, totally real. Yes, girl, I agree. But you know what's also real? Karma.
Out here with our audience, so it's been really, really incredible. So yeah.
You just love the way that God works. This should have been his cue that he was about to be exposed. And this is where things get extremely interesting. You can see the windows here are spaced much further apart than they were in space. However, that's not what gave this whole stunt away. Because you see, a capsule that goes into space has a pressurized door that needs to be opened from the outside in case the capsule loses pressure on its descent. The door doesn't fling inwards and kill everybody in the capsule, right? But not this capsule, no. This capsule was probably made in China. Didn't plan this out right, no. This whole thing was so rushed that they forgot to tell the astronauts inside the capsule to not open the door. Oh, y'all got caught. Oh, y'all got caught. I just love how the veil has been lifting over the past year. And these motherfuckers are just getting exposed left and right. That's right, folks. They hurled down from space in a pressurized capsule, and yet were able to open the door from the inside. Not to mention the fact that when Jeff Bezos opened the door with that tool, which is very fitting, a tool for a tool, it just flung right the fuck open. Bitch, my fridge is harder to open than that bullshit. It's giving very much inflatable tent, giving very much this could be a zipper door, and it's giving very much fakery. I have no idea why they tried to pull this stunt on us. They were fucking caught. I'm sorry. And another thing, look at how pristine this capsule is. Absolutely no heat marks, which is something that you encounter in a ship or a capsule in re-entry to Earth. But not this one. Nope. Just for comparison, this is what a capsule looks like on re-entry, and this is what a capsule looks like from Temu. So if you're like me after watching this whole debacle, you too have been marked safe from believing that Katy Perry went to space. But now I want to hear from you guys. Do you believe that these astronauts flew to the edge of the Earth on a big old dick rocket? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, love you guys. Peace.